All right, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100 is what we're talking about here on the day. And again, the market looks beautiful. The market, sublime, dare I say. Back at all-time highs, working our way up. Now, we had some interesting news on the day. We actually had, again, I posted a video earlier if you want to go look at that video. It was a previous video from this one, going into semiconductors, everything there. So I'm not going to go too heavy into semis on the day. But again, you saw NVIDIA made a $5 billion stake investment into Intel. America's backing Intel, which is crazy. So Intel is definitely seeing some come up. But we're seeing NVIDIA as a whole work its way back up. We saw like just so many companies over the past week just announce deals with NVIDIA, CrowdStrike, there's so many out there right now. So it's pretty crazy to see. SPY is loving it, ripping higher once again. I will also highlight, again, people like, hey, Tyler, where's our key levels? What are we looking for? You're not going to have that many key levels because we were in price discovery, right? You know, go to the daily chart, we have a lot of levels down here, but again, not a lot up here. So right now, for me, if I'm just outside looking in, just looking right now at SPY, what I would like to see is really just to keep stair-stepping up. Like I mentioned yesterday, is we're stair-stepping. We're basing, we go higher. We base, we go higher. So continue staying above previous highs. These are the two levels I'd be watching as of right now on SPY, going into QQQ, giving you a visual there. Even better. Like it, love it. What do we say? We want some more of it. That's what you like to see. Gap up, holding that level there. Boom. You have a little illiquidity back down to 591, but overall you still look good. But like I said, semiconductors are just tearing it up. But again, you're going to notice when we go over some stuff in the video that there are big opportunities outside of the names that have ran in semis. I think that there's a lot of names in there that are about to get a lot of love, so we'll dive right into that. Now, before I go too far, I want to say right now, number one, if you want to see how we trade, what we trade every single day, the Discord link is down below. Again, you go to Tyler Zone, I go into more of my levels of futures, what I'm looking at there. We're at all-time highs. It's hard to give a futures rundown, so can't really do too much there. But again, as far as trades, we're looking at swing trades. We went over AMD actually just recently. We have technicals. We traded UNH on the downside. We look at upstart to the upside. UNH is printed right there for us. So again, all the trades are there. Jay's been cooking. We're all cooking overall. Profits in there as well. All that is for you. We're actually in the process of doing more workshops and more education going into the end of the year. So be excited to look out for that as well. Discord link, all that is down below. I will also say, if you're looking, when I talk about futures, scalping, things like that, I think future trading is the best for scalping in general. If you guys are interested, the Tradeify link is down below. They just launched Project X. I'm loving it so far. The 50K accounts are what I prefer. I'm going to have a lot of education on futures coming to my second channel as well. I'll have the link probably posted tomorrow for that channel. But again, the Lightning funded straight to funding, no evals, are only $374. Again, that's with our discount code JEFE. You get, I think, a little bit better of a discount. Or you can just do the eval accounts, which are only $100 a month, no activation fee, which is literally like 50 to 75% cheaper than TopStep, which is crazy. So again, all Project X, tap in, 50K accounts are what I recommend. Now let's get to it. Now, I didn't go too much into FOMC yesterday. I do think that FOMC is obviously leading us in a bullish sense, like I mentioned, right? Because he didn't harp. The concern was they were going to cut because there's a lot of fear, right? And there's not. The only thing that Powell said is that there's two parts of the dual mandate, obviously. And it's what I've been saying here, is keeping the market regulated, watching inflation, but also maximum employment. Now, the reason they cut yesterday is because they said, in their words, that they are not in an area of maximum employment, and then that's the risk right now, okay? Now, giving you a visual, this is the FOMC statement. I'm not going to go through it all, so I'm not going to bore you. But what's important to understand is that 90%, 95% of the FOMC statement stays the same every single meeting, right? This is a representation of what has changed. The black letters and black words are all the same. Nothing's changed. The red are the changes or the redactions, as you can see here. So what you can see is that you basically got rid of the top one. The recent indicator suggests that growth in economic activity moderated in the first half of the year, which is the first time that's really been said, right? There's no concerns or outside influences. But the job gains have slowed, and the unemployment rate has now edged up, which you can see this is where a lot of the change came. Inflation has moved up and remains somewhat elevated, so no real concern, right? That is where we're at. And we've talked about what's happening with inflation, what's moved it up, mainly tariffs, which are all transitory, okay? That's why there's no real concern there. But again, the real concern is what's happening with unemployment. That is the main concern, okay? And that's why we're cutting. And that's why there's expected to be another 0.5 basis points of cuts, again, by the end of the year, right? So important to understand that right now. And again, that's not the metrics of what the market's pricing. That's the Fed's dot plot. That's all that really matters, okay? So things to consider. Now, another thing out here that I'd be watching, again, I'm not like harping on it. I'm not hawking it down, but I'd be watching yields. I expected yields to get a little bit of a rise after this, but I want to see how we move going into the next week and the week after as we continue progressing here. 10-year and 30-year, we want to see those continue coming down because, again, what is that going to change? That is going to start affecting dramatically mortgage rates, okay? No, Mortgage News Daily. Mortgage News Daily is what I use. It's one of the best trackers for where rates are. But you can see a little bit of a surge, 6.13, back at 6.3 right now. We want to see if we stay on the decline because remember, this happened. It's like the 1-year anniversary of this happening, of rates dropping and then spiking back up. So we want to see how this moves because, again, the housing market is a great representation of the strength of the market. If the housing market does well, 9 out of 10 times, the stock market does just as well, if not better, okay? Now, jumping into this, what are we looking at? Where are we going from here? Now, again, I'm not going to do too much with futures and SPY today because, again, I already went over that, but you're at all-time highs. There's not much to talk about. Like, it's like if you're going down a road where there's, like, nothing in front of you, no trees, just, like, you're going through, like, Idaho, right? Just fields and fields and fields, right? Well, what do you think is going to come up? Well, probably nothing. Probably more of the same. Like, that's where we're clear skies. We're just flying right now, right? Which is a good problem to have, okay? Now, NVIDIA, this is the one, and I think semis are still and it's funny because semis are running. Like, we look at SMH, and it's very high. But NVIDIA, AMD, AVGO aren't running, which is the funny part because those are some of the main semis we think of. The names that are running are more the manufacturing. ASML is going crazy. AMAT, we talked so much about this on the channel. And I got to just take a step back and say, woo! That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see, right? We like to see these big boom, big plays. And it's like I always say, they're going to see more big plays. There's not just going to be one. There's not just going to be 2 plays a year. You're going to get more of these steps. UNH, NVIDIA, TSM. We're going through so many names. You're going to get more and more and more setups. And that's what's happening right now. So you love to see it. AMAT absolutely ripping, absolutely just going straight up. But this goes back to say, like, look, your other big semiconductor, AVGO is on the down. It's red on the day, right? NVIDIA is great on the day, getting above 176, which is what you want to see, but it's still just, it's not going crazy. Like, I mean, great day, $6 on the day is a great day, but like, you're still not at all-time highs. You're still kind of in these ranges, right? AMD, right? I love this name actually right now. I really do. It's so juiced right now, going into 150, probably hits 159, fills the gap today. But again, breaking back up. This is what you like to see. But these names still have so much more room to go, right? Just hindsight. Like, see, you're on the decline, just bouncing right now. ASML and these other names are going, you can see the difference, right? I just want to make sure we're understanding, we're on the same page. So AMD, NVIDIA, lots of upside. As long as NVIDIA is above 176, lick your fingers, barbecue chicken, absolutely magnificent, right? And you're actually getting a perfect break and retest here. That is what you love to see, the break and the retest of these structures. AMD looks really good. Bounce at that 151 potential double bottom here. This is really clean. Now, I think AMD has room towards 160, like 164 to be totally honest, 50 EMA. That's going to be a bigger resistance. If we can start to flip that, AMD starts getting really interesting. Now, we've also gone into detail, and Lisa, CEO of AMD, has made some big claims around where they're going, what to expect moving forward. So I like that a lot. And guys, can I say, woo, woo? That's not a bark. That's a woo. That's a Ric Flair right there. Got above your, we talked about CrowdStrike. We've been yelling about this name. We told you in Discord as well. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. CrowdStrike, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Held the 50 SMA, gapped up today. You're at 491. You're pushing all-time highs now. I told you above 456, it's a massive level. Expect good things. This is why you chart things out. This is why you have plans. Again, CrowdStrike, massive, massive, massive move. This is what you wanted to see. And again, what have I been saying? The past 2.5, 3 weeks, it's been just so, like, I've had a few names, but it's been slow for me. It's been like a lot of waiting, pencil pushing, just waiting for opportunity. This is what happened when opportunity shows itself and you take advantage and have plans. I want to be crystal clear about that, right? Lines up great, great, great. So again, biggest opportunities right now still, I still think NVIDIA, AMD look really good. CrowdStrike, that ship has sailed, okay? I'm moving towards mid-caps, Upstart. I mentioned yesterday, but I don't think I was as excited as I should have been on Upstart. Now, number one, lowering rates, yields, all that is bullish for these companies like Upstart, Affirm, some of the others, okay? Upstart above $71, let me tell you right now, That is a gold mine of a play. Now, typically, Upstart is leading a firm. I want to highlight that. Okay? Leading a firm. Okay? Most cases, get above 71, you look good into 80, 85, 90 bucks. Go look at a firm. A firm is now leading Upstart. Okay? At $90 at that breakout potential. And I think a firm's a great name here as well. But and like if you look at the daily and the weekly chart really speaks volumes here. The higher time frame charts really, I encourage people to spend more time there because you'll really see what setups are really like setting up, right? But I think Upstart is just so undervalued here compared to Affirm. I think Upstart's a better company, personally. So again, be watching. I still think Affirm's good. I still think it's good. I think these are both monster plays. Like I mentioned with IWM. IWM's not IWM's about to break all-time highs. And again, no one's talking about mid-caps and what's happening here with IWM. This is the leader. So again, I like some of these Mag 7 names, but I think you have to kind of start turning your attention towards mid-caps because they're heating up. And you don't want to be early, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to be late to mid-caps because that's where you die. That's where the ship has sunk, right? So again, Upstart, one of the top names right now. A few other names, just running through a list. Kava still getting destroyed, would steer clear. Kava, though, I have this marked out for a reason. Again, you're looking for this retest down here of like $59, $60. That's a buying opportunity if I've ever seen one. Put that on a cracker. Put that on a cracker. Oscar, still steering clear. Need to see a better dip. It looks good, but I just need to see a better dip. Hims, I kind of haven't touched. I wanted to see get that push down to 48, like I mentioned. Want to see a better dip, though, there, too. Again, I like buying cheap, guys. I like buying deals, right? Especially if I'm going mid-caps, I like buying deals, right? Deals are what makes us happy, okay? Spotify, very interesting. Price is very high just because they don't do any splits. Spotify, in the works. Big booms coming here on Spotify, okay? Again, monstrous name. Monstrous. You get over this little spot here, 647, 645. We're talking fireworks, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Roblox, another big one up here, flatlining, ready to rip, a little flat top kind of developing. You look really good. Again, the names will go on and on and on and on and on, okay? XYZ, I think is the name for Block. Again, Block has been kind of sitting here. It has to get above 83, above $83. It's a slam. It's a long into $100. We've been talking a lot about that as well. I think CoreWeave just signed a deal with NVIDIA as well, getting some buyers here, not getting enough love. Monster play here as well. Again, flat top developing. This is really clean. A lot of you guys really like CoreWeave. You just haven't had opportunities. You're getting it now. Above like 122, 124, explosive name. You could go more time and go for like 140s and just start grabbing it now and use the 50 MA as a stop loss. That's up to you. Broader risk. Just letting you know. Interesting play there. Netflix finally retesting the 50 MA today. You push it to 1230 like we mentioned yesterday. Bada bing, bada boom. Again, this could be a buying, depending how we react here at 1215 to 50 MA, could be a buying opportunity, right? Could be a very big buying opportunity. What we like to see there as well. One of the mid caps in semiconductors, MRVL, Marvel, and I'm not talking about the Avengers. Okay, good looking name. You get above 76 here, slam it, slam it, slam it. It's a good looking name. Great recovery, might I add here as well. Massive recovery. Reddit though, steering clear. You're too high. You're going straight up vertical. Looks good, but I can't do nothing with this, right? Can't do nothing with it at all. Okay. What I'm still watching out there right now, I'm trying to see if there's any other names that I'm possibly missing. LRCX is going just vertical as well. Semiconductor names, just crazy runs right now. This is really what you want to see. One of the names out there too I like is Snowflake. If Snowflake can get above 240, basically above 240, you look really good there. Until then, steering clear, being patient. But right now, these are the biggest opportunities out there in front of me. I'm over the next few days, I'm going to be digging deep into mid caps as well. So make sure you're staying tuned here on the channel because I want to find bigger plays because I do believe the focus right now, and probably what I'm going to do tonight is just be researching mid caps all night, what I like. And you guys know I don't like to talk about something unless I'm either confident or it's something that like I've done my research on, right? So I don't like want to go too crazy. But that being said, I like where we're at. I like these opportunities that are right in front of us. Okay, I'm telling you right now, IWM looks just explosive to say the very least. Great action there. And when IWM runs, typically the rest of the market gets going. But as a whole, this is what we really like to see. Futures look great. As long as you're grinding and holding previous highs, it's everything that you want to see. Stair step, just stair-stepping over previous highs over and over and over. That's the textbook bullish market that we know and love, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Don't complain. You're getting what you want. Also, guys, make sure you're following on Twitter so you get the updates here every single day. I try to make sure I'm having as much updates coming out here with stocks I'm looking at, stocks I'm watching. CrowdStrike, we told you about it. We talked a lot about Micron. We've talked a lot about AMT over there. We've talked about so many names. So, again, it's all there for you. I try to get as many updates out there for you as possible. So, again, you guys are never kind of left alone. Now, obviously, Discord, there has to be a paywall because I'm sitting there all day and talking to everybody. But this hopefully gives you a little bit of something as well. And if you ever have questions, ask on Twitter. I try to answer all my questions out there, guys. It's the easiest way for me to keep a relationship with you, the viewer. I do, appreciate all of you so much. I think it's like, is this year 4, year 5? We've been on YouTube now, guys. So again, I appreciate you so much for being with me since the beginning, supporting the channel. Have a good one. Awesome trades, awesome plays coming. Have a good one, traders. I'll see you tomorrow.